Good evening, everyone. Phil here, and welcome to the Daily Wrap. Today was Saturday, the 16th of July, 2022, and it was a fun day. Thanks for joining me, if you did, on any of my streams today, and if you didn't, well, let me get you caught up on what you missed. So, on the Level 1 podcast, first of all, we debuted a new intro. The person who had actually made that cameo video with Andy Dick 2 years ago actually made an intro featuring that for the podcast. Now, it was his first attempt at doing it. I didn't even have the file as a local file on my PC. I had to do a screen capture off of YouTube. It was a little messy, admittedly. But people seem to like it. And people are saying that they'd like to see more of it, or maybe see it refined. And so that person has decided to re-edit it, and I should have it for the podcast tomorrow morning, a different version. We're going to get it down. We're going to get a new intro for the podcast that'll settle in. Maybe we'll get some more as well, but this one's a really good start, so I'm happy about this, and it's really cool. Check out tomorrow's podcast to see it in its entirety. Now, we talked today about many different topics, including my schedule and the like. A game news story here or there, but the main focus of the Level 1 podcast this morning was talking about PC processors, processing units, CPUs. We were talking about Intel versus AMD. We were talking about the Ryzen versus the i series, and all the different levels. And essentially, we were all discussing what I would need if I'm going to get a new PC. And there was a lot of different agreements and disagreements about it, some different opinions, which is always great to have different takes on it. Trying to get my camera straight here. There we go. That's actually straighter. All different takes on it, okay? And basically we came to kind of an agreement by the end of the show. I need like something that's a little higher than mid-range, but I don't need to pay for top of the line because I'm not going to be gaming on this thing, okay? So we learned something. I learned something, all right? Then on the very first gameplay stream, it was Fable Anniversary. Now, admittedly, there was some frustration because the game, again, for the second time, locked me into the stupid Hobbs Caves quest, and I didn't mean to do it, and I had to do it this time. I got it done. We had big progress. Got some of those demon doors open, or whatever they're called, the face doors. Got some rare items, weapons leveled up, got some new stuff. It was pretty fun. Did a lot of progress in the game today. And for some odd reason, I mean, I really have no idea what caused it. People were supporting in droves. People were coming and tipping like crazy. Super chats were great. Everything was good today, like crazy good support on that stream. I was like, whoa, thank you guys so much. It was amazing. Okay? We exceeded all the goals and everything. Pretty crazy. Now, tonight's late stream was something completely different. I decided to do a randomized stream. On this stream, we were checking out all games from PlayStation Plus Premium. I wanted to check out two games that I had previously downloaded. One called War of the Monsters, which essentially is kind of like a kaiju battle game on PS2, where you're in these 3D environments with cities and stuff, and you're fighting giant kaiju-style monsters with special abilities and combos. You're grabbing power-ups. You're using things you grab and rip off and beating them up with them. You're doing all kinds of stuff. And there's some stages where you're actually fighting more than one monster in a row, and there's sometimes there's little minions and stuff you're fighting. It was kind of neat. I only played it for about a half an hour. It's a little hard to play because the controls are very imprecise, a little wonky. It's like you're jumping on the moon when you're trying to jump. But it was actually not bad, and it runs at a smooth 60 frames per second under the PS Plus service. So it was fun. I was like, man, maybe this is something I would check out again later. Then we tried Siren, which is also a PS2 game. The predecessor to Siren Blood Curse. Remember I played Siren Blood Curse many years ago, about 5 years ago. I did a run-through of episodes 1 through 12. Well, this game is something else. Let's just put it that way. I don't know what kind of horror game this is, but it is weird and unique. Played about a half an hour, cringed a ton, laughed a lot. I don't know if you guys would ever want to see me go back to that, but man, it was a weird one, okay? After that, we decided to just do some random stuff. We played a game called Elefunk for 5 seconds and then dropped it because it looked terrible. I played Mega Man 9. Now, Mega Man 9, I never did a playthrough of for the internet. I think the first one I ever did was Mega Man 10 in 2010. Mega Man 9 had come out before I was doing YouTube videos, if I remember correctly. It's really hard. I remember it being one of, if not the hardest Mega Man game I ever played. I didn't get very far. I didn't even get close to beating one stage tonight. I just got my ass handed to me, okay? And then the last thing we did was a Capcom arcade collection that released in 2013 that has like 15 arcade games in it. We played various things, like some shooters, like Commando. We played Ghosts and Goblins, was it? Yeah, Ghosts and Goblins before Ghouls and Ghosts, right? So whatever one was the first one, we played that one. Various things, okay? It was definitely a randomized stream tonight. Support was all right. It wasn't great. It wasn't bad. For a randomized stream like that, I'm certainly not going to be complaining or whatever about it. And I had a good time in general. People seemed to have a chill time. Although we came to a consensus by the end that, honestly, none of the games really resonated. And what I mean by that is I don't know if there's anything there that we absolutely want to go and play right away. Maybe later on I'll play Mega Man 9 or check out War of the Monsters or Siren again somewhere down the road. But it's not something that I'm like, oh, I'm so sold. That was so good that I absolutely want to do a full playthrough of it right now or anything like that. If you wonder what I'm doing, I'm petting Jasper. He walked in. He's looking at me. There you go, buddy. Okay, so it was a good stream. It was a fun stream. Thanks to everyone who chilled and did support it. It was a random thing. I don't think I'm going to be playing any of those games right away. Okay? So, what are we doing on Sunday then? Sunday, the main gameplay stream is going to be Final Fantasy VII continuing. I'm absolutely loving this playthrough. If you remember, we just beat Cosmo Canyon, and we're probably continuing on now. I don't even know where the game takes us after this. I don't remember, but I'm excited to find out. So I hope you'll join me for that on the main stream. And remember, as long as you guys show up, engage, and support the Final Fantasy streams, I will keep them as daytime streams. I'm having a ball with the game. Okay? Then, the late stream, I made my decision. The late stream on Sunday will be the premiere of Super Mario Bros. 2 USA, or I guess Super Mario Bros. 2 English, because this is the game that originally was called Doki Doki Panic in Japan, but the Japanese felt that's the real Super Mario Bros. 2, which we call the Lost Levels over here, was too difficult for English-speaking audiences. They felt outside of Japan, everyone would think it's too hard. So instead, they repackaged a game called Doki Doki Panic to be Super Mario Bros. 2 everywhere else, and the game was crazy good. I owned it on NES. I love the game. So I'm going to start playing it tomorrow night on the late stream. Okay? One other thing. His tail's right in my face. One other thing. Monday will be a day where you determine everything I play. The first stream will either be Final Fantasy VII or Fable. The late stream will either be more Super Mario 2 or Capcom Classics Collection. It's up to you. We're going to have a poll to determine what games I play. That'll be up as of tomorrow night on the main channel page of DSP Gaming. So it should be a fun time on Monday, but you guys get to determine what it is. Be sure to vote overnight, all right? Guys, that is it. It was a great streaming day. I had a ton of fun. I hope you guys did too. Thank you for watching everything, and I'll see you all in the morning for a Level 1 podcast. Peace out. I'll see you all then. Jasper, I can't stop recording. You're in the way. Look. I can't get the mouse. I need to stop recording. See you tomorrow, guys.